Okay, so we are Advanced Media. I'm Chongor, this is Shayla, Elizabeth, Emily, and Erica, and we're going to present our plan for Central Texas Mountaineers and how they can improve the perception of rock climbers in Central Texas with the hopes of gaining more access to treasured rock climbing lands. Now, before we begin, I'm going to run us through our presentation. We're going to touch up on climate analysis. It's going to involve the SWOT. It's going to highlight some strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats of the Central Texas Mountaineers. And we're going to realize that one of the biggest issues they have is a communication issue. Then we're going to go into our primary research. We conducted interviews with a Texas Parks and Wildlife representative. We participated in rock climbing with our client Joel. We also interviewed him. Among other things, we conducted a focus group with the UT rock climbing team, and
We also did an observation.
yes, we did. The UT rock climbing team invited us to actually observe them compete in a rock climbing event. Then we're going to touch upon our target audience. We're going to see that young college-age students, so 18 to 26, 27, are very socially engaged in social media, and they like to share with their friends. And that's where we're going to get our campaign strategy of having a social media campaign, somewhat mobile social media campaign. It's going to compose of 3 contests. The main point of these campaigns is to drive traffic to the Central Texas Mountaineers website and Facebook page with the hopes of promoting climbing and their climbers and the activities do in a positive light that shows that they really do care about the environment and they're pro land conservation. So
This was our climate analysis of Central Texas Mountaineers. It includes strengths, weaknesses, threats, and opportunities. So I'll start off with the strengths. First off, we found that there is a lot of volunteers. There's over 250 members of Central Texas Mountaineers, and they've paid their membership, and so they're really accountable to the organization and feel really strongly that this is something they want to spend their time doing and advocating. In addition, they also take on the role of land stewards, which means that they care about the land today, but they also care about it tomorrow and care about taking care of it, picking up trash, and making sure that land will be there for future generations to climb on. Additionally, they are able to leverage Access Fund resources, which are national. They're a nationally known organization, and so they have a much greater reach than the Central Texas Mountaineers. Weaknesses include a general lack of communication, which we hope to turn around with our social media campaign. In addition to a general misperception of climbers as a more dangerous sport, a more niche sport, it's just not something that's generally known. As well as a lack of youth involvement. This is kind of a broad spectrum all over the board in environmental advocacy groups like the Sierra Club. The people involved just tend to be older. Opportunities include room for growth, which we were really excited about. We want to get our message out and get more young people involved in order to foster better relationships within the community as well as with landowners so that they are also more educated about our cause. By doing this, we hope to bring new visitors. That's the end goal that we'll measure our results by. The threats include public's lack of knowledge, poor compliance, and new restrictions, which all the Access Fund and Central Texas Mountaineers have to deal with.
So this is a picture of our focus, some of the members that came to our focus group that we conducted. We had a really great turnout, and what we discovered during this focus group was that this team, these are UT rock climbers, they prefer bouldering versus traditional rock climbing and sport rock climbing. They also climb for sport. These guys don't really know too much about land stewardship. And also we discovered that they learned how to rock climb at a very young age. And most of the time it was with a friend that took them out to rock climb or maybe a family member that brought them there. So it was like some other person influenced them to want to rock climb. So yeah, we got them pizza and drinks, so we made the environment really comfortable for them. And we had 2 moderators that asked the questions and threw it out. And yeah, it was a really successful focus group, and we gained a lot of insight.
they're actually national champions
Yeah, they're pretty big deal. Okay, so for our next primary research we conducted, we actually the UT Rock Climbing Club invited us out to a competition that they were doing over the weekend. We went and we observed all different ages competing, kids as well as young adults. There were mostly men competing. There were a couple women. And it was really fun to watch. There was music playing in the background, and there were prizes for competitors who won. And with bouldering, you can see that there are no ropes. And there's like a guy hanging off of one. And the UT rock climbing, some of them said that you can climb up to 50 feet when you boulder. And it was really interesting to watch.
So for another interview we conducted was with a representative from Texas Parks and Wildlife, and this is actually funny. He wanted to remain anonymous as there tends to be a lot of internal controversy and conflict on the issue of rock climbing within the agency itself. So we kind of have to meet him incognito, and we're not going to quote him directly, we're not going to reveal his name. But the key insights we took away are that bolts are actually nicer. I know you don't want to hear this, Joel, but you know, I'm going out on a nature walk, and I see a cliff and all these like shiny metal things hanging, and it just takes away from the natural experience. Another key insight we found was that there's a trend of fewer young people visiting the parks, and this is actually a big alarming issue because the youth of today are going to become the leaders of the conservation movement of tomorrow. So if you don't get youth exposed to what climbing is, what it's all about, and the positive effects of climbing on the environment, how will they ever know, how will they be able to implement that type of policy as leaders of tomorrow? And the last insight we took away was that climbers are actually the biggest advocates of conservation. They view their climbing area as kind of like their playground, that they want to keep clean and make sure it's there for future generations to use and enjoy.
Also, our representative told us that the average age of a climber is 19, so we like to keep this in mind for our potential target audience.
Okay, so the final research method we used was actually going out and participating by climbing in 360 Greenbelt. The main thing that we discovered was that climbers are extremely waste conscious. Most of them bring, reusable water bottles. If they do bring anything disposable, it gets thrown away promptly, and everyone there really does try to leave their trace. What we found was the biggest problem was that the population is just uninformed. There's a lack of awareness. We had never been rock climbing before, but when we did, we had a lot of fun, and we were able just to fully understand the culture, and we had a more positive perception of climbing after we did it, so we hope that other people will do this as well. That said, climbing is an incredibly safe sport. These ropes are able to hold the weight of a car, so there's not a lot of physical risk involved. Also, the voice commands such as belay on or climb on are just added safety precautions that really make you feel comfortable. One of the biggest things that hinders access, according to Joel, is some of these endangered species in Austin, such as the salamander. They have habitats that are really close to where climbing occurs, so this is something that climbers really need to consider if they want to expand their access. Another thing Joel pointed out was that it's really difficult to take good pictures of rock climbing, usually at unflattering angles, and this was a challenge we came across and that we are going to implement in our strategy as kind of a fun task for climbers to be able to share their story. So yes, this is us rock climbing, and we had a lot of fun. It was a very enlightening experience for us. That said, we are going to target these college-age kids, ages 18 to 26. They are already members of their college's rock climbing organization. We want to focus on schools such as Texas State, UT, of course, Trinity, Southwestern, Baylor. These people are already really passionate about rock climbing, and they have the incentive and the drive to get the message out. They are incredibly active on social media and use their mobile phones more than any other demographic. This is why they would be really great for our social media campaign.
These are two simple people that we're trying to target. Again, just to reiterate, they would most likely be students that are already leading a very active lifestyle. They prefer to get outdoors, have this kind of communal experience, and most importantly, they really are apt to share this experience experience via Facebook, via their social media campaigns, or social media channels, which they are already a part of. And in lieu of showing, maybe impressing people that look at how high I climbed, this is what I've done today, what have you done, but also on the flip side, hopefully we can get them to encourage more people to join the movement.
Okay, so our campaign strategy is based around the message of expand the access. This is going to be a mobile social media strategy. It's going to compose of 3 contests. They're going to last 1 month each, with 1 month break in between each contest, so a total of 5 months. These contests are going to be based around these rock climbers going out and completing certain tasks, uploading photos to the Central Texas Mountaineers Facebook. They're going to link their Facebook to the Central Texas Mountaineers website, and they're going to try and get their friends to go and vote for their best picture, and they're going to be incentivized to do this because there's cash prizes or perhaps bigger prizes from REI, one of your partners. Direct results, we're going to be able to portray climbers as people who actually have a good positive impact on the environment, they care about the environment, and they're out there to do good. The end results, we hope to gain more membership in Central Texas Mountaineers, as well as expose people who are unaware of rock climbing and its effects, its positive effects. We hope to get those people exposed to what it actually is. And by doing that, by growing the membership, we're going to be able to have more leverage in terms of dictating land management policy, and that will lead to more access in the future. So, we're going to break down our 3 strategies, or 3 contests, 3 flights, just to give you a more detailed explanation of how this is going to work. It's really awesome, so check it out.
Okay, so we came up with flight 1, and our contest is called Best Photo on the Cliff. So as you can see here on our demonstration, this is a group of the climbers. This could be UT rock climbing team. We want to encourage them to go out and rock climb and take pictures of each other on the rock. And then we want them to take a picture of it, then upload it to Facebook on the Central Texas Mountaineers Facebook page. But in order to be eligible for this contest, they have to change their profile picture to the Central Texas Mountaineers logo, this design that we created. Also, in the description, they have to have a link that will direct you to the website of CentralTexasRocks.com. So that way, their friends or other people who might not be into rock climbing will see this picture and see what they're involved in and click on that, and it will direct them to the website, or they can go on Facebook and vote for their friends. So that's how the winners, this will take place in 1 month, and the winners will be determined by how many likes are created on the Facebook. And then also on the website, if you click under contests, we're going to create this tab. Facebook will be integrated into this. And also we'll update every day, these people are in the running as the leads, the top 10 who have the best pictures, so you can keep up with who's winning. Now Elizabeth's going to go into flight 2. So for flight 2, we're going to focus on endangered species. It's similar to flight 1, but we're going to have these the college rock climbing members to go out and take pictures of endangered species that they see in nature or rock climbing. And it's going to be centered around who can get the most variety of endangered species that they spot. And they're going to upload these pictures to the Central Texas Mountaineers Facebook page with a link directing them to the official website, as well as change their profile to this specific logo that we made for this flight. And also in the description, have a link to directing them to the Central Texas Mountaineers official website as well. And there you can see that we'll create another tab for contest, and you can see all of the different endangered species that people have taken photos of. And the website will also have examples of endangered species that are in Texas, so people can know what they're taking pictures of, or know what they're looking for. Yeah. And with this, we want to let people know that these rock climbers are aware of what inhabits this environment in Texas, and let people know that they care and are conscious about it.
For the last flight, we're gonna, this is also gonna last a month. Very similar to flight 1, it's called Trail Makeover. what we're going to do is get rock climbing students to go out to their favorite rock climbing areas, and they're going to do trail work. They're going to take a before and after photo. They're going to upload it to the Central Texas Mountaineers website. In order to qualify for this contest, they're going to have to change their Facebook profile page or profile logo to this custom Flight 3 Central Texas Mountaineers image we created. You're also going to have a link on their Facebook page to the Central Texas Mountaineers website. And just like Flight 1, these people are going to have an incentive to share these photos with their friends and try to get as many votes as possible because they're out to get cash prizes. The Central Texas Mountaineers site will have the top 10 runners up listed on the page so people can see who's in the top position. And like I said, this will last for a month, and at the end you're going to receive either a cash prize or a gear prize or whatever y'all feel is adequate. And pretty much what this is supposed to do is it's going to show that climbers are stewards of the land. They do have an impact, and they have a positive impact. They clean up after themselves, and they make trails better for everybody. They make it cleaner and more accessible. Alright, so just to wrap this all up, we started out with a client analysis. We did a SWOT table, and we found that the biggest issue that Central Texas Mountaineers has is it's a communication problem. From primary research we conducted, we found some key insights, the most important ones being that endangered species seems to be the biggest issue when it comes to granting access. Climbers, there's a lack of youth engaged in climbing, and climbers are the biggest advocates of conservation. Our campaign strategy is pretty simple. We're trying to drive a bunch of traffic to Central Texas Mountaineers Facebook page as well as their website. The contests are aimed to portray climbers in a positive sense and show that what they do is actually helpful to the environment and that they do care about the environment and they're aware of what their impact is. All of this comes to them trying to get their friends to vote on the pictures, hence driving traffic to the website, and incentive is cash prizes. So, like I said before, the indirect result is just a better perception of rock climbers and more users being exposed to what rock climbing is and the cause of Central Texas Mountaineers. The end result, however, is an increase in membership, an increase in community awareness, which grants more leverage when making land policy decisions on Central Texas Mountaineers' behalf.
Thank you.
Joel, thank you very much.
So I know it's